I cannot tell you the love and joy I feel here tonight with you. I thank God for all of you. I feel the presence of the two primary entrepreneurs of my life. My Lord, who went out into the real world, and my Father, who embodied love. My Father never ceased to amaze and challenge me, especially since I knew that was not his agenda. He would incredibly make statements such as this: Cal Jr. is smarter than I am. What he proved in that statement was who was brilliant. That was he as a father who would say that about his son. And you could tell by the way he said it that he meant it. And having grown up observing him very up close and personal. In fact, he gave me my last promotion in a very up close and personal way, with the door closed between us, because he was on the other side of the door sitting on the john thinking. That is up close and personal. And he said, "Son, I have decided that it is time for you to be president of Dollar General so I can be chairman long enough." And the Wall Street Journal said about that, "So much for corporate succession. That's the way you do it in Kentucky." Where you aspire to be a part of the plan on earth of the real entrepreneur. I saw in my father the amazing love for our customers. And that was the missional tug at the company heart. And growing up, being honored to grow up in his home and the home of Laura Catherine Turner, who in her own right was an entrepreneur, I realize that the women in my life have modeled entrepreneurism in masterful, loving ways. Because to me, the highest value of the entrepreneur is love of others and love of the change you can be a part of. We're all here for a purpose of our God. He had something in mind. If you ever wonder whether you're a child of your parents or a child of your God, let me ask you this. At the moment of your conception, who do you think had you in mind? Each one of us is a unique, one-of-a-kind idea of God Almighty. And I learned that from my father, who said that he never had an original idea in his life. He said, I'm a Kentucky country boy. I just tried to watch what the city folks did. Well, in Kentucky, this wonderful place, and in Scottsville, Kentucky, the center of the universe, and he felt sorry for anybody who didn't live in Scottsville, making him the most generous person with his sympathy. There are a lot of people who don't live in Scottsville, and he felt sorry for every one of them. But he loved the customer. I had a hard time at first loving the customer because I found many of them to be ugly, dirty, smelly. But at the age of 13, on Saturday afternoon, on all day Saturday, not just the afternoon, clerked in a store, and I was a terrible clerk. A terrible clerk. So I got the worst customer. And I tried to help this ugly old dirty farmer buy a pair of 39-cent panties for the old lady. Okay, all right, let's get on with this. It's just a sale of 39 cents. What size does she wear? I don't know. We have to know her size. Well, how big is she? Well, my Aunt Ethel, the best clerk in the store, and we had a store full of customers, was about to check out a customer. This is before self-service. She had all this merchandise, and he looked over and he said, she's about her size. So, you know the simple, logical answer. Ethel, what size panties do you wear? Ethel went, sounded like a turkey. And she threw her merchandise up, and it all landed on the floor. And she went running to the stock room, and I went running to the floor where she'd left all of that merchandise, and made the best sale I ever made in my career of retailing by ringing up Ethel's merchandise. And then I came back to this old farmer. And God said to me, look what's going on here. Look what's going on here. You are rich relative to that man. 39 cents for a pair of panties is a sacrifice for him. His buying that from you is sacrificial love. He loves his wife. How dare you ever look down upon him So that's what has motivated my father and my grandfather. My grandfather only had a third-grade education, and he had to take over the family business, which was a heavily mortgaged farm, when he was 11, and he had 3 younger siblings, and his newly widowed mother, because his father was killed in a freak Saturday afternoon wrestling match, and Luther had it all on him with his third-grade education. Why shouldn't we respond to the call of the real entrepreneur and help those who are struggling to get ahead in life? And I believe that the company founded by my father and grandfather will always thrive as long as it hangs on to that love of struggling people. When you are in love with your customer and your God-given opportunity to help that customer have a better life, you are in ministry. You are a true entrepreneur. Thank you for honoring my father, the most profound entrepreneur of all. I'm not an entrepreneur, but I have observed the greatest of them, and that has changed our company, and it's changed small town America in many ways. And I thank God for my blessings of being positioned to do that by my family, my church, my community, fellow Kentuckians who first loved us, and the Turner family loves them now, and I pray always will love our fellow man, particularly those who struggle. You honor that love of fellow man here tonight. Thank you for being here. I am so impressed with the spirit in this room. And I pray that we all have that spark of love in us as long as God gives us life. Aren't we blessed? Thank you for blessing my father and me. Thank you.